Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. Please consult your healthcare provider for personalized guidance. We often hear about the importance of a healthy heart, but what about the pressure our blood exerts on our artery walls? This, my friends, is blood pressure, and it's a vital sign we often overlook. Just like a car engine needs the right amount of oil pressure to function properly, our bodies need blood pressure within a healthy range. When blood pressure is too high for too long, it can lead to serious health issues. The good news is that understanding blood pressure and taking steps to manage it can significantly impact our overall health and well-being. Think of blood pressure as the force of blood pushing against the walls of your arteries as your heart pumps. It's a dynamic measurement that fluctuates throughout the day, influenced by factors like activity level, stress, and even the time of day. But when blood pressure remains consistently elevated, it's time to pay attention. High blood pressure, often dubbed a silent killer because it often presents without noticeable symptoms, is a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and other serious health problems. Imagine your heart as a powerful pump, diligently circulating blood throughout your body. With each beat, your heart contracts, pushing blood into your arteries, the blood vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood away from your heart. This forceful ejection of blood creates pressure against the artery walls, and that pressure is what we refer to as blood pressure. Now, blood pressure isn't constant. It fluctuates throughout the day, influenced by our activities, emotions, and even the time of day. When we engage in physical activity, our blood pressure naturally rises as our muscles demand more oxygen. Similarly, stress, anxiety, or excitement can trigger a temporary spike in blood pressure. This dynamic nature of blood pressure is perfectly normal and healthy. It's when blood pressure remains consistently elevated that it becomes a cause for concern. When we measure blood pressure, we are actually measuring two distinct pressures, systolic and diastolic. Systolic pressure, represented by the top number in a blood pressure reading, like 120/80 millimeters of mercury, reflects the pressure in your arteries when your heart beats and pumps blood out. Diastolic pressure, the bottom number, measures the pressure in your arteries when your heart is at rest between beats. Think of it this way. Systolic pressure is like the peak pressure when a wave crashes on the shore, while diastolic pressure is the calmer pressure between waves. Now let's talk numbers. A normal blood pressure reading is typically around 120/80 millimeters of mercury. However, blood pressure is considered to be in a healthy range when it's below 120/80. If your blood pressure consistently falls between 120/80 and 139/89, it's considered elevated. This stage, known as pre-hypertension, serves as a warning sign that your blood pressure is higher than it should be, and lifestyle modifications are needed to prevent it from progressing to hypertension. High blood pressure, or hypertension, is diagnosed when blood pressure is consistently 140/90 or higher. Why is high blood pressure such a big deal? Well, when blood pressure remains elevated for prolonged periods, it puts excessive strain on your heart and blood vessels. Imagine a garden hose with too much water pressure. It puts stress on the hose and can eventually cause damage. Similarly, high blood pressure forces your heart to work harder to pump blood, gradually weakening the heart muscle over time. This relentless pressure can also damage the delicate inner lining of your arteries, making them more susceptible to plaque buildup. Over time, this buildup, known as atherosclerosis, narrows the arteries, restricting blood flow and increasing the risk of heart attack and stroke. Think of it like this. As plaque accumulates in your arteries, it's like trying to force a thick milkshake through a narrow straw. It takes more effort and can eventually get clogged. While both systolic and diastolic pressures are important indicators of cardiovascular health, they provide distinct insights into your heart's function. Systolic blood pressure, the top number, tells us how much pressure your blood exerts against your artery walls when your heart beats. Elevated systolic pressure often indicates that your heart is working too hard to pump blood, which can be a sign of underlying heart conditions or arterial stiffness. On the other hand, diastolic blood pressure, the bottom number, reflects the pressure in your arteries between heartbeats. Elevated diastolic pressure suggests that your blood vessels are not relaxing properly between beats, which can impede blood flow and increase the risk of heart damage. In essence, both numbers provide valuable information about the health of your heart and blood vessels. It's like having two different gauges on a car dashboard, one for speed and one for fuel level. Both are important for a smooth and safe journey. Monitoring your blood pressure at home is easier than you might think, and empowers you to take control of your heart health. Home blood pressure monitors are readily available at most drugstores and provide a convenient and accurate way to keep tabs on your numbers. When measuring your blood pressure at home, it's essential to create a calm and relaxed environment. Find a quiet spot, sit comfortably with your back supported, and avoid caffeine or smoking for at least 30 minutes before taking your reading. Consistency is key, so try to measure your blood pressure at the same time each day, preferably in the morning and evening. Keep a log of your readings, noting the date, time, and any medications you're taking. This valuable information will help you and your doctor track your blood pressure over time and make informed decisions about your health. Taking care of your heart health doesn't require drastic measures. Small, sustainable changes to your lifestyle can make a world of difference in managing your blood pressure and reducing your risk of heart disease. Start by embracing a heart-healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, while limiting your intake of saturated and trans fats, cholesterol, and sodium. Regular physical activity is another cornerstone of heart health. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise, such as brisk walking or cycling, on most days of the week. And remember, managing stress is crucial for both your mental and physical well-being. Incorporate stress-reducing activities into your daily routine, such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or spending time in nature.